Okay, I know that a lot of people are going to think that I'm just sucking up to the devs or that I'm salty that I wasn't able to take part of this glitch, but anyone who consistently watches my videos knows that I am not one to shy away from speaking up about the critiques that I have towards the game and the devs' decisions. These are just my genuine thoughts on this whole raid glitch situation, and let me explain why. About a week ago, can this man get out of my face? Why is he just staring at me? Get out of my face! About a week ago, the reroll chest showed up in the new raid's spawn area. This happened because the Crying Sky raid has been out since the summer update, but still, no one has successfully completed it yet. So the devs decided to nerf the raid, and that is when the reroll chest showed up upon entering the raid. At this time, you couldn't even start the raid because it was so broken. It is likely that the devs meant for the chest to spawn after each boss, or maybe after clearing the whole thing, but instead, it was their mistake and it was accidentally added to the spawn area. So when this chest showed up in the spawn area, obviously players took advantage of this, and they did spend their own crowns on it multiple times to get the gear, which is arguably the best gear in game right now. So about an hour after this chest being accessible, where dozens of players were able to get the full gear sets, the devs realized what was going on and shut down the raid completely. Well, today, about a week later on October 4th, a KingsIsle admin posted on the wizard101 forums saying that everyone who did the glitch 3 to 4 times will be issued a 1-month suspension from the game. This also means that everyone who had a membership loses out on 1 month of paid membership playtime. They tweeted, "Wizards, we've taken action against a handful of accounts due to the abuse of an unintended game issue. As a reminder, it is against KingsIsle policies to access and use the game in a way not intended, and that could put your account at risk. Wizards, after the latest game update went live, an issue with the Crying Sky raid was discovered. Unfortunately, the issue was only able to manifest in a live environment, so it wasn't caught by our internal testing. All raids were turned off shortly thereafter until the issue could be resolved. While the Crying Sky raid was running, some players abused an exploit with the Second Chance chest. Chest items were being acquired prematurely and more often than they should have. A reminder that abusing the exploit is against the community code of conduct. For those players who access the chest beyond its intended nature, we are sanctioning associated accounts with a 4-week suspension. When an issue of this magnitude is discovered, please report it immediately to the customer support. Don't risk your account getting sanctioned. Thanks, KingsIsle team." Atmoplex tweeted, "It should be noted that this has hit multiple notable players, such as a popular content creator, a central wiki master, 2 Final Bastion writers, hardcore raiders, and extra credit program participants." One of the KingsIsle devs, named Kyle Icewielder, also stated that the players who are suspended are still keeping their items. This is a genuine surprise to me. Coming from KingsIsle, I half expected them to suspend everyone, remove their gear, and refuse to refund their crowns. This is the only part of the whole situation that doesn't really make sense to me, because I know in the past whenever people have taken advantage of stuff like this, they usually just take the items away from those accounts. But I know that some people believe that since this happened about a week ago, that it's too late for the devs to actually take these items away from the accounts. Why they didn't remove that stuff from the beginning though, I don't know. But I think that since they obviously aren't able to remove the gear from the accounts anymore, the suspension is just going to be them setting a precedent, warning people to not take advantage of glitches in the future, and that is surprisingly lenient. Permanent bans definitely were not warranted, but you never know with KingsIsle. Given that for whatever reason they didn't remove the gear to begin with, I don't think this is a bad way for them to handle it now. Even though the players didn't have to do anything to make this exploit appear, and it was definitely a mistake on the devs' part, the players still willingly took advantage of something that is considered a glitch and was not supposed to be there. I think that not being able to play the game for a month is actually a very reasonable punishment for those who were able to get and keep the full gear sets. Now, had they completely removed the gear, warranted a suspension, and refused to refund refund the crowns to these people for their own mistake, I would have completely different thoughts on this whole situation. At the end of the day, this was a mistake on the devs' part, but I think they expect their players to have honest and high morals while also honoring the system. However, a lot of the community do not care to honor those systems because of KingsIsle's reputation of being so money hungry. I think in some ways, players were able to justify taking advantage of this glitch because of that. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. At the moment, I would say most of the active and dedicated raiders are now suspended. I think the people who took advantage of this glitch, or exploit, or whatever you want to call it, really got off lucky this time. But I want to know what you think. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a big thumbs up and a comment down below. Bye!